Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and today we're going to be filming another Wheel Chooses My TBR video. You might be able to tell I'm currently wearing a Christmas jumper because I'm really cold and it's been a bit of a rough weekend. AJ is over there. You can't see him, but he's over there. He's had the flu, so he's still not like great. So yes, so we've decided just to wear the Christmas jumper today. Well, I say I decided because I'm cold. But yeah, so I have also changed the wheel of TBR a little bit in that last time, you might remember, I decided just to pick 8 books. I didn't do my punishment books because I just thought like I was getting a bit overwhelmed by it. And I've decided that I'm not going to do punishments anymore. When I posted that video, Kaz from Cats and Camera, she said in the comments that she doesn't think that punishment books work or they make sense because, you know, we read for pleasure, and she's absolutely right. And I really thought about it, and I realised that I'm already making it like a bit of a challenge for myself in that I read the books that I pick in the order that I get them, like Leanne from Literary Diversions. She does that. She does a stack, TBR stack. What's it called? TBR stack. I can't think of the word. There's definitely a thing. Anyway, she does this. She does a stack basically, and then she reads through them in the order that she has put them in. So I'm going to do that basically. That's what I've decided. I'm going to read the books in the order, and if I don't finish them, that's fine. It's not a problem. So I will tell you that last month, of the 8 books that I had originally picked from the TBR, I read 4 of them, and I am currently reading the 5th, which is Northern Lights. I did not get to these ones, so we have The Bane Chronicles, Circe, and what's that one? Battered, Broken, Healed. So potentially they might come up this month, or maybe I'll just read them another time. But yeah, so they are the ones. So I'm going to now first tell you the books that I am going to be reading that will not be part of my TBR. So first off, I'm going to talk about the 2 buddy reads that I'm going to be doing in March. The first of those is with Victoria from What Victoria Read, and we are going to be reading Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. A bit glary there. This is a book that I have been saying I want to read since 2017, I think, and I still haven't read it. It was part of my TBR for last year and I never got to it, and then when I posted the video that said I didn't read this, Victoria said she wanted to read it, and so we've decided to buddy read it together. It's quite a big book, but I think we're going to read it over 10 days, and I think it's going to be good fun. I've heard really good things about this. It basically follows like multiple perspectives on life. So it says, what if you had the chance to live your life again and again until you finally got it right? During a snowstorm in England in 1910, a baby is born and dies before she can take her first breath. During a snowstorm in England in 1910, the same baby is born and lives to tell the tale. What if there were second chances and third chances, in fact an infinite number of chances to live your life? Would you eventually be able to save the world from its own inevitable destiny, and would you even want to? So yeah, like I said, this has been on my shelf for the longest time, and I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I think buddy reading this as well will be really fun. So yeah, I can't wait to do that, and I always love buddy reading with Victoria, so I can't wait to read another book with her. And then the other book I'm going to be buddy reading in March is going to be Truly Madly Guilty by Leanne Moriarty. I'm reading this with Clint from Reads Readers and Emily from Novel Novels. We have buddy read a couple of books before together, and I love Leanne Moriarty. In fact, we buddy read 9 Perfect Strangers last year by Leanne Moriarty, and I'm really looking forward to this one. This again has been on my shelf for quite some time. This is the author of Big Little Lies, which I loved, and it follows one evening 6 lives will change forever, and I don't really know anything about it, and I don't really want to until I go into it, because I always find with her books you kind of go into them and things happen that you just don't expect. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one, and it will be fun reading with those 2 again as well. Then I've decided to pick up the book for Victoria's What the Book Club Read book club that she hosts, where they're reading a Margaret Atwood book every month. I didn't read last month, which was Surfacing, just because I didn't really enjoy the first one and I was a bit like off it, but I've decided to go back to reading them. So the book for March is Lady Oracle, which I have no idea what it's about. I have it on my Kindle, so I'll put a picture up here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading another one and joining back in with Victoria's book club, because I'm really excited about it. And then I'll link down below my King Along announcement video, but I announced at the end of February that I am going to be doing a King Along Stephen King long readathon, where basically we're going to read a Stephen King book every month in chronological order, including his short stories and his non-fiction. And so March is when it starts. So the first book that we're going to read is his first ever published book, and that one is Carrie by Stephen King. I have read this before, so this is going to be a reread for me, but what I have decided to do is I'm going to vlog my reading of the book each month and then post a vlog right at the end of the month. So this one probably will just be like a 2 or 3 day vlog, but depending obviously. But you'll see me and what I'm reading at that point, but like I say, you won't see it till the very end of the month. So yes, I'm looking forward to this again. Like I said, I've read this before, but I really enjoyed Carrie the first time I read it, so I'm looking forward to rereading it. Now I've read some of his other books as well, and I can't wait. So let me know if you're joining in. I'd love you to. There you are. Let's get into spinning. So basically what I'm going to do each month is spin 10 times, and like I said, if I read 3 of them, then that's great, but I'm going to read them in the order that they come up. So yeah, hopefully I'll read them all, but obviously who knows, especially when I have other books that I'm reading as well. So let's get started and see what we're going to read, guys. So I'm going to do spin 1. I'm not putting it up on the screen just because it was too much hassle for me to try and figure out how to do it, and I figure I'm still spinning it and you're still gonna hear what the prompts are, so I hope that that's okay. So yeah, let's go with spin number 1. We have non-fiction. So for this one, I'm going to pick one of the books from my 2020 TBR, and it is a book I have on my Kindle. It is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, and it's a book I've been really excited to read, and I'm really looking forward to the fact that it's the first book of the month because it means I'm going to actually get to it. So this basically follows Michelle McNamara looking into what is the case? I can't remember. The Golden State Killer, I think, and I believe that she died before he was actually caught, but because of her book, he was actually found and they figured out who it was. I think I've heard really good things. I've heard it's quite creepy, but I'm really looking forward to picking it up. I love a bit of true crime, and yeah, so a great one to start the month. So spin number 2 is going to be... Okay, so it's going to be Second Chance. So you may know that I, like I said, did TBR videos for 2019, and some of them I didn't get to. So I'm going to pick a book from those lists that I didn't get to, and it'll be my second chance to read it. For this one, I'm going to read Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. This is one of the books that was on my books to read in 2019 TBR, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I've been wanting to read it, and I actually got given this by my maid of honour, before she was my maid of honour, but even still. This follows a woman whose sister is found dead in a pool of water, and she's been told that her sister had jumped, but she knows that she never would have because she was scared of water. I think this has elements of like the Salem witch trials in it, and apparently it was the thriller of the year. So yeah, this is really interesting, and also Paula Hawkins was the author of The Girl on the Train, which I enjoyed the book of. So yeah, I'm looking forward to picking this one up. Okay, spin number 3 is... Oh, okay, it's a short book, which I always love it when they come up. Let's have a look. So I've definitely mentioned before that a short book for me is a book that is less than 250 pages, but I've kind of decided to up that to about 300 just because I don't have very many really short books anymore, but we'll see what I get. So for this one, I'm going to read a book that I was sent by the publisher, and this is called The Ice Maid's Tale by Mandy Morton. I don't really know too much about this, other than I think it's about a cat that has a number 2 feline detective agency. Yeah, I'm not really sure of any other details about it, but I was sent it, so I have it on my Kindle, and I am really interested, so I want to get to it. And it's also only 240 pages, and I believe it only came out in February, so I wouldn't be too far away from reading it on its publication date. Okay, spin number 4 is going to be... what are we getting? Okay, it's going to be author I love, so okay, let's have a look. And for this one, I've decided to pick a book that was in my BookTube Recommends My TBR, and this book was actually recommended by Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books. This is Sleep by C.L. Taylor. I really enjoy C.L. Taylor. I've read, I think, 3 of her books now, and I've loved 2 of them. One of them, I didn't love the trope in it, so I didn't like it very much, but I have really enjoyed her writing in general. This one, I don't really know too much about, apart from, I think it's about a hotel on a remote island, and and like no one can leave, and it says someone's going to sleep and will never wake up. And yeah, this is also a really, really creepy cover, and I've been wanting to read this one for the longest time, and Nicole always raves about this book, so yes, I'm finally going to get to it. Okay, to spin number 5 is going to be... Okay, it's going to be Project Thriller, so I need to pick a book off my Project Thriller TBR, so let me have a look and see what I've got. And for this one, I'm going to read Anatomy of a Scandal by Sarah Vaughan. This is a book that I've been anticipating for quite a long time, and I also believe that Victoria, from what Victoria read, has just read this and really enjoyed it, so I feel like this is a good time to pick it up and see what I think. I don't really know too much about it. It's about a scandal that rocks Westminster, a high-profile marriage thrust into the spotlight, and the woman caught at the heart of it. I don't really know anything else about it, but I am really interested and excited to finally get it off my TBR, because I've been wanting to read this for ages, and apparently it's a psych thriller come courtroom drama, which are my 2 favourite things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so we're halfway through and we're going to do spin number 6, and that is going to be... Oh no. Okay, it's going to be lowest rated, which is never a good sign, is it? But let's see what my lowest rated book is right now. Okay, so my lowest rated book is a book that I bought on Kindle, and that is called Quantum, and it's by Patricia Cornwell. Patricia Cornwell, as you all know, is one of my favourite authors. I don't know anything about this. It's a new series of hers, the Captain Chase series, and it's the first book in the series, so... yeah, I have no idea what it's about. I think it's sci-fi, but I'm going to give it a go and see what I think. But yeah, apparently that's my lowest rated right now. It currently has a 2.93, which is pretty shocking. Then on to spin number 7, and we have... Okay, we have BookTubers recommend my TBR, so let's see what I'm going to go for. So this one was the book that was recommended to me by Laura from What Everyone Else Is Reading, and I'm really looking forward to starting this series. This is Eeny Meeny by MJ Arledge. I don't really know too much about the actual story. I know it's about D.I. Helen Grace. It says, the girl emerged from the woods barely alive. Her story was beyond belief, but it was true. Every dreadful word of it. Would you rather lose your life or lose your mind? It's quite a big book, really. I think it's, what are you? That's 450 pages, so not too bad. I have this first book, and then I think I have books like 4 and 5 in the series, and I've heard really, really good things about it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to picking this one up, and yeah, I'm glad that this is on my TBR for this month. So now we're on to spin number 8, and we have... Okay, we have poll pick. So I'm going to put a poll up here, or there, whichever side it's on, of 2 books that I am going to pick, and then you are going to pick which one you want me to read. So let me have a look. Okay, so I have 2 books that I want you to pick from. So should I read A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, which is a massive book. It's the 2nd book in the Game of Thrones series. It is 900 pages. I actually have this one on audio, so if I got this one I would definitely listen to it on audiobook. But yeah, should I pick this one? Or should I pick Queen of the North by Anne O'Brien, which is a book that takes place in 1399, in the kind of like Lancaster, York time, I think. I'm not really sure. This is one woman's quest to turn history on its head. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one as well. This was actually a gift from my sister for Christmas. So yeah, let me know which one of these 2 would you like me to read. Like I said, I'll have a poll up there, so please do go and vote. And if I manage to get to book 8, I will read one of those. Okay, the penultimate roll or spin is number 9, which is going to be Gifted. So I need to pick a book that I've been gifted. So let me have a look and think what I'm going to pick. So for this one, I'm going to go for the 2nd book in the Naughtiest Girl series. This is The Naughtiest Girl Again by Enid Blyton. My mum bought me the box set of these for Christmas, and I read the first one in January. So yeah, I will, if I get to number 9, I will be reading The Naughtiest Girl Again. And then we have our final roll. The final spin, number 10, is going to be... Okay, it's going to be series, so I need to pick a book in a series. It could be the first book in a series, or it could be a continuation of a series, although I do try and make it a continuation because, yeah. And for this one, after saying I try and make it a continuation, I am actually going to start a new series if I get to this one. I have it on my Kindle. It's The Bomb Girls by Daisy Stiles. My sister bought me the 4th book in this series for Christmas, and I've decided to get the other 3 on Kindle if they come up, because I want to read them in the right order. I'll just really quickly read the synopsis because it's on my computer behind you. So it says, on an ordinary day in 1941, a letter arrives on the doormats of 5 young women, a letter which will change everything. Lillian is distraught, and whether she tears, hides, or burns the letter, the words remain the same. She must register for compulsory war work. Many miles away, Emily is also furious. Her dream job as a chef will have to be put on hold, while studious Alice must abandon her plans of college. Staring at an identical letter, Elsie feels a kindling of hope at the possibility of leaving behind her brutal father. And down in London, Agnes has her own reasons for packing her bags with a smile. Brought together at a munitions factory in a Lancashire mill town, none of them knows what lies ahead. Sharing grief and joy, lost dreams and gained opportunities, the 5 new bomb girls will find friendship and strength that they had never before thought possible as they unite to help the country they love survive. I love reading about historical fiction in World War II. It's one of my favourite. It sounds like it's going to have that like romance war element to it, which is one of my favourite things. So yeah, this is definitely going to be book number 10 for me. So there you are, guys. That is going to be, so here we have 5 of the books that I'll be reading, plus of one of the poll books, and then I think the others are all Kindle ones. So you have to decide which of these 2 you want me to read. Yes, so let me know what you think of my TBR for this month. I'm actually quite excited. I've got quite a lot of thrillers that I'm looking forward to reading. So I feel like this month is going to be quite a successful one. But yeah, so yeah, come back and see how I did next time. Let me know what your TBRs are going to be in March. I'm really excited to hear what you're going to read, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye guys!